Well, City Skylines 2 without any mods as well, so this might prove challenging for my sort of gameplay. Hey, Chuckleberry. Chuckleberry piece of pie. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're my very first viewer ever on City Skylines 2 live streams. Congratulations. Welcome. As you can probably tell by the title, we're just going to chill and build in vanilla City Skylines. No mods or anything like that. The reason that we're doing this is my game's completely broken from the update, so we're just going to chill out, play without any mods, and hopefully in a few days it will start to fix itself. Fingers crossed, hopefully. You never know. But this is the map that we're on. This is your personal stream, Chuckle. I don't think anybody else is here yet. It says one viewer. This is the map that we're playing on. It's one of the, I want to say it's a bridges and ports map potentially, or it might be something different. But it's quite nice. I think it's quite nice. Nice mountains. Not too huge, kind of like not a massive buildable area. But it certainly looks quite good. It's quite a nice few additions. But yeah, this is the map that we're going to go for. And we're playing with money. Money is turned on. Which is something that I never do. I pretty much always play with unlimited money, and I just city paint. That's my kind of general game style. So I'm just scouting out the map a little bit just to have a look to see what kind of areas we have, and we'll probably think about starting to build. We should probably have a look at the overlays as well. If you notice that I'm doing everything wrong, it's because I'm very much a city painter. I don't do this normally, but I'm just going to do it fun. So where is our oil at? I assume there's a lot of offshore oil, and there's a little bit of oil right on the edge of that mountain. The reason I'm looking at oil is because my very last achievement, until I've got 100% of the achievements in CS2, is to do something with oil. I can't remember exactly what it is, but that's all right. What else can we look at? Air pollution. All of this should be absolutely zero, and all of this should be absolutely fine. Natural resources, water. That's a pretty strong amount of water here. Okay. So this is the default. This is the default kind of map road layout that comes initially with the game. So we're going to start off with this, and we're just going to start off by drawing this road out, the main kind of 4-lane road. We're just going to bring that out to probably around here will be okay. And I'm going to suggest that we probably have this cross over roughly here, like that. This is on easy mode if you haven't noticed. And I quite like, you can't, yeah, this is the problem with me playing without unlock all and all that stuff. A lot of this stuff is restricted, so I can't build exactly what I want to build. But a small roundabout will do for now. That'll do. And I might actually get rid of these roads because I kind of want to do it myself. Like that. I might as well see if I can upgrade that to match this road. Just like that. Without the crossing, which we can't do. No! Disaster. Okay, so that's the main sort of central area. I think I'm actually going to start by just putting some roads down. As we get closer over this way, I actually want this to kind of end. I want it to be single lane. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the right way to do it, because it'd probably be easier if we just crossed off there and then moved out from there, but you know, you never know. Or we could run that all the way down to the coast. So we could switch that up. I think we'll probably draw that out a little bit longer to about here. Yeah. And what I'll do is I'm just going to start kind of creating some sort of preparation for our building. So I just want to get a road over here, just like that for now. And then start trying to run a little bit of road alongside this kind of coastal sort of area. So that can go about here. That can run pretty much 180 down there. To be honest with you, this could probably just continue somewhat straight. And then we'll wrap it around at an angle here. Just like that. I'm just trying to lay down our nice sort of coastal road for the time being. Like that. And that can come across over here. And then we'll start just continuing this road. I think we could probably get rid of that and do better. So I'm really excited for the new asset editor. The only problem that I have is it's completely destroyed my game, so I'm just kind of chilling out a bit at the moment. Just doing my own thing. Try not to check the workshop constantly to look at all the new mods that have come out. But I have downloaded a few of them where my game has been working and they look amazing. I really like the McDonald's as well. That's very, very funny. The fact that was like one of the first things is a Mackey's, that's great. Yeah, the update is really good. I'm really happy that we've finally got asset editor. It actually appeared so much quicker than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be further towards the new year, so it's kind of thrown off a few of my plans, to be honest with you. That's not me complaining about the asset editor. I'm so happy that it's here because it really helps with my style of gameplay. But yeah, it has thrown me off ever so slightly. I can't even lie. Because now I'm thinking, what am I going to do next? Do I want to try and switch up Starfish Point a bit and add some custom assets into it, or what? You know, I don't really know what to kind of do there. I'm just going to bring that somewhat across here. I really am just kind of going with the flow here. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm just kind of building roads, and then we'll figure out what we're actually going to do later down the line. That doesn't look great, so I think we'll probably have that like that. And what I might change here is I'm actually going to go with that to go straight down like this. That to curve over like that. We might actually just see if we can bring that across here. The train doesn't really like it, does it? Not really. Right, rethink. Let's think about this a little bit better. I don't think we're doing good. It's difficult when you've got money on the table as well. I'm not going to lie. It puts a little bit more pressure on everything. Okay. Okay, right. Let's try and sort out this coastal area a little bit better. So I want that to go down to here. That to go to here. Basically in kind of one big grid. Like that. Something like that. Something like that. And then we'll curve this round so it looks less gritty. Just to make it look a little bit better. And then we're going to want to try and pick that as our coastal road. Something to about here. Yeah, I'm not loving it at the moment. It's just one of those that that bit's a little bit annoying too. I might actually just flatten this section slightly. Does terrain cost money in vanilla? Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice at all, is it? One might assume it costs money. Yeah, I know it doesn't have to be perfect. The problem is when I come from trying to be a city painter rather than a actual functional city, I run into all sorts of problems. I'm not prepared for this. I'm trying to think of what we do here. Wonder if we could just curve that into here, just like that. That's probably a little bit better. And we'll start putting out a bit of a grid within here. Hopefully this will be good enough to put a few nice homes in. Like that. Just about too small for complete perfection, but it is what it is. And we'll just draw that across there for now. No problem. And then what we'll do is we'll have one across there, one across there. We'll have them going up to this road, connecting that up. And that going across there. Bring that out a little bit more. Nope, not quite right. Just like that. We'll have you link up over here just to kind of get a bit of a skeleton out there so that we know where we're building and kind of what we're doing. That will fit about here. And this is probably going to make more sense to be horizontal rather than vertical, just due to the way that that's laid out. Cool. It's a little bit better already. But it's a nice sort of initial layout plan, which is good to see. What we're going to do, we're going to we'll probably benefit from having a small road coming out from here. Bring that across. To there. We don't really want them linking up too much. So let's just think about how we could potentially manage this. So what if we just decided to go from these ones down to this junction? Is that going to work? No, probably not. No problem. But for initial sort of plan, there's no plan behind this. I say it's a plan, but there's absolutely not a plan at all. I'm just kind of winging it and putting some houses together. So we're going to need to try and find some power from somewhere. I think me not playing vanilla, I'm trying to think of the best kind of way to do this, whether we just import it, put a substation somewhere and import it. You will need to help me out along the way. So this is very much your city as much as my city. We can either import it, we can put a simple little turbine down, which will generate the maximum wattage, which is 6. Same with water and sewage. We've got groundwater, water tower as well. And that piece produces, that's probably the best bet, the groundwater pumping station. But then I don't really want to throw sewage right into all of this poor rivers or sea. It's pretty grim, isn't it? Unless where does that push it? Tough crack. What would happen if I just import water? Is that just going to kill my bank account? If I just ran that all the way out. If I just import it and export the sewage, is that going to nuke my bank account? Probably. Is that even connected? Yeah, of course it's connected. Fantastic. Maybe we'll just start off with a little wind turbine. Which for the time being, that's right, Probably around the mountain sort of section, a wind turbine would probably fit in a little bit better. So what we'll do is we'll just grab that road and we'll spin it round a little bit, kind of make it look like there's some sort of a wind farm up here. Grab a little gravel road and just hook that up. Something like that would probably do. And see if we can dump a beautiful wind turbine right on the end. Just like that. Cool. Sounds good to me. Right, sip of my drink. And I'm going to start zoning in a little bit of residential. I'm going to pick these waterfront houses because they're on the waterfront. Without the mods, it's really annoying. So which way are you going to face? Because I want them to face that way, which is the right way. Good. Do the same with these. This one's going to be slightly bigger in the middle. And then the same with this one. And then we're probably going to want to do that We'll scrap that and we'll have these as 3x3s on this end here. So we'll kind of continue that sort of trend. Of having that's going to be slightly wider. You're slightly shorter on that end, and then we'll have that there. And that can be slightly longer, just like that. They'll start building, hopefully. Then I'm just thinking on these sections, there's not masses of room. So I'm thinking whether it's worth us building something else here. But all we'll do is we'll just do these to begin with. Which are actually quite a bit shorter. Than the previous blocks. So we'll just build a few houses here. And then just a few here as well. Hopefully we'll get a few people moving in. Good. And then I feel like this would just be nice to have a small cluster of businesses. So I want them facing out towards the waterfront. And I think what we're going to probably do is have them all sort of this size. That'll be fine. Don't worry about that. That'll be all good. We can manage. Because I would like to put maybe a few paths. Maybe even bike paths. I wonder if it's too early. This is the problem with my city painter mode, that I just want to kind of detail rather than build efficiently, as you can probably tell. And we'll grab a small little, that's a one-way bicycle path, that's a two-way. I wonder if we can just squeeze that across here onto that road. Just like that. So at least we've got some sort of bicycle connection there. And we'll pick right. Ooh, no, we won't do that for now. We'll leave that for now. And we just want a couple of trees. What trees do we want? It's wild green, apple trees, London pane. Maybe a couple of oaks. Just within that section there. These take forever to build though, don't they? There's quite a long sort of process for them to spawn in and build. I know I'm on one simulation, but you know, come on. Here, did I miss a part out, or oh, it's because they're only 2x2s. So we might actually have to rethink this section. Let's rethink this section. Let's try that again, because that's not quite what we want. That's not quite mathing. So let's go with what would happen here. So that's a single building, which is great. So that's 4. So if we do 4, basically the whole sort of way, can we build something a little bit bigger there? Or does it go a bit weird? So it does go a bit weird. So get rid of that. And what we'll do is we'll just grab this like that. And then we'll put our little pathway back in here. Just like that. Fantastic. I might even actually change that to a bike path. How wide are you going to be? Probably, I mean, it would fit, wouldn't it? But I think it'll probably look a little bit odd. So maybe we'll just make that a bike path for now. Something like that. So a few houses are building, which is good to see at least. Our first residents are moving in. Obviously, we need a few more of these. So we're going to try and zone in what we can. Hopefully get a few people moving in. And that's probably going to be a business sort of area. So we'll do that. We'll do a little 2 there and then have a 3 there. And then back to houses in this section here. Just try and vary up the sizes a little bit as well, so that we don't get the same few buildings every 2 seconds. Good. Man, I'm really missing mods, I'll tell you that much. As much as this is fun, it's a little bit of a tricky one when I can't just move things and stuff like that. That kind of fit quite well. We can actually continue that on. Somewhat continue it on. Just through there for now. Good. Hopefully those people will move in, and we'll think about this. We'll probably have another little cluster of commercial buildings here, just like that, and then a few more homes here. You can be a tour, and then you can do what you want. There we go. And we'll fill in those gaps where we can. Perfect. And we'll probably need to do the same with residential here. The zoning has slightly gone off, which is really annoying. I don't know why that happens, but it is certainly not fantastic when it happens. So those will do that. So we kind of need to stick it to 3 wide, don't we? There we go. Nice 3 wide. Those decide not to stick with the trend. And annoyingly, these are going to go a little bit skew-if, as you can see. I don't know if we can potentially redraw this road and it fixes the zoning. Maybe it does, maybe it does, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Unsure. But you can just be some normal houses like that. Kind of back-to-back sort of houses. Okay. And then same sort of thing here. We'll have 3x5s along this section. And then the same out the back here. Perfect. All along the way. I think the zoning's messed up on the other side. Which is a little bit annoying. Can we fix that with a new road? Oh, was it raining? No, why are you raining? That's no good to anyone. So I thought I put the wrong road down. Why has that happened? Silly me. That zoning's not really helped us out much there. It's a little bit annoying, but yeah, those are facing the other way, aren't they? Oh well. Get rid of you and probably just bring that out something like that. And just add a couple of smaller ones in there, I guess. So how much is that costing us, the water that we're bringing in? So it's actually doing all right. Electric's quite expensive, but we are doing all right. This area I kind of want to have a little path, but I'm not entirely sure how path park, but I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that just yet. So we're going to buy. We've got 5 little tokens, so I think we'll have a crematorium, which would be quite good. Water treatment, not necessary. We might grab that and that, which will leave us with 2 to go. We'll grab a recycling centre with the rest of that. And I think a nice little small medical clinic somewhere around here would be good. Modern medical clinic, potentially. What do you look like? Ah, you look okay. That'll do. Garbage-wise, a recycling centre would be good. Collects and sorts garbage to produce reusable materials, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that'll do. We'll have you just out here. On a little bit of road there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust that slightly because that went a little bit wonky. And we'll just bring that down to the main road like that. And to be honest with you, it might be worth us just bringing a connection there. Otherwise, they're going to have to go all the way down to go all the way up. And just kind of see what happens there. Hopefully that will start helping out our residents. So we're still after a few things, which is good to see. They're also slow. So slow. We're going to go some more 3x3s. Like that. And then a few of these like that. That zoning is very much messed up. Just to make use of that. And then have you there, and then have you there. Perfect. Fantastic. Right, what have we got? What else have we got? Waterfront, well, not really much more to be honest with you. But we could do with a few more low density commercial. So we're gonna, you know what, we're going to try and do a bit of this in this area. Like that, fantastic. Just to start that going off. And we kind of need to pick an area for our industrial to go down as well. let's have a little look. So the wind's going down, which is not entirely helpful for us, because in an ideal world we'd have it tucked away somewhere. But the reality is, unless we build it kind of here and push all the air pollution down across here, that's probably our best bet. But it is quite close to quite a desirable seaside area, which is a little bit annoying. Oops, I donked my mic by accident. Oopsie. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to use this sort of portion that's up here, and we're just going to try and create some sort of industrial section and kind of pray that it doesn't cause masses of pollution everywhere. Let's just have a look at that again. So that realistically will shoot it all down here if we just cover off this area for the time being. So let's give that a go. So that's not that steep, so we might be able to manage a little bit. So we'll come out of this road here, and this is quite simply just going to be a grid. We don't need anything crazy here. It's just dirty factories that are going to reside. So that's what's going to happen. So we'll grab that along there. Grab that along there. We might just bring this through just for ease of access for our factories. And we're going to potentially cut that off like that. Just see how far we need to go to fit in one more section, which would be about there. And then about there. I think that'll probably do for industrial just for the time being. I might just pull that out a little bit more. And because of that being a bit skew-if, I might just add one small road through there, and that'll kind of do for a little industrial area out the way. Greetings from Japan. Well, greetings from Great Britain. Thanks for joining me all the way from Japan. I appreciate that a lot. You, sir, are a legend. So we'll just start off with a few of these, just like that. And we'll see how it gets on with our demand. So it's filling up, it's dropping down, so we might fit in a little bit more. And then that should drastically drop down. I'll just do this for now, that'll do. And they can build at their own sort of pace. Death care is a problem. So we might, what about a small cemetery? That would be quite cool. But where would we want? Is this the modular one that upgrades? Do we know? I think it is. I might have a small cemetery, and I might put that. Ooh. To be honest, I might just put the crematorium down just to save the hassle for the time being. But where do we want it? Maybe here. Not too crazy. Can't afford any upgrades at the moment, I don't think. But hopefully that should start helping us out a little bit. We've got a few homes knocking around, which is good. I'm just going to put a few trees in. If we can. Just fill in a few of the gaps to make it a little bit more tree. I forgot how restrictive the game is when you don't have access to Anarchy. It really doesn't fill much in at all, does it? If you actually look at what we're doing. Not much is happening. Not much at all. Bit of a shame, really. Does this cost money, by the way? Probably. Like everything in life, costs money. I mean, that's really poor. I was really hoping that you could probably put more trees in there, but that's a pretty poor effort. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even kind of talk my way out of that one, to be honest with you. Right, so we've unlocked a few more things. We've unlocked basic education services, which is fine. We'll claim a college just for the time being, and we don't really need a university just yet. What else have we got unlocked? Large road and parking areas. We don't need that. Anything available for a mere price of 1 that's not a emergency battery? No is the answer. No problem. So parking wise, we probably could benefit from adding a bit of parking, and to be honest with you, we might be able to make a little bit of cash out of it, which would be great if we could do that. Parking wise, where would we benefit from that the most? I mean, we could probably do with some parking in the main sort of area of the industrial. Potentially, maybe something like that would be better. And then if we just added a small one of these as well, just out the back of this hospital, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to crank these fees right up in just a hope that we'll make money, because I'm not a money sort of guy. I'm not the most intelligent with money when it comes to this game. So we'll crank that up a little bit, and hopefully we'll get some sort of results from there. What else have we got to do? We can add a few more businesses to this portion. See if we can fit a couple more in there too. And then we can back out. Might go with some medium row housing. It's just annoying that these zones are a little bit messed up. Are these going to face this way? Yes. So we could have those like that. I wish they were all the same size. And to be honest with you, it'd be good to have them maybe along there as well, and then we could just drop in a small cluster of actual medium, just like that, and then we'll just back off these here, and then just dump a couple of more commercial just along this edge here, along the main sort of drag that connects this area up a little bit. I might speed it up. We need a lot more low density, so we'll probably, I think what we'll do, a couple of decent sized homes here, and then for these we'll go like that, and then with that one we'll go like this. Ooh. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll do the same sort of thing here. Nope, we won't. That was a tragic disaster. Add a few more smaller homes just along these areas here. What have we done there then? There we go. And then that one goes in there. We'll have you, and we'll have you. And when there is demand, these will hopefully get filled a little bit with some commercial. Hopefully that'll start building up a little bit. We are losing money quite quickly. The town might go kaput, to be honest with you, judging by the current rate of how quickly we're losing cash. But hey ho! Oh no, we're making money now. That's good. I'm not sure why we're making money. So taxes are coming in pretty well. Fees, not bad, not bad. But our main expenses are maintenance and resources. And why is that? Why is that? What kind of maintenance and resources is costing so much money? Is it just the roads? Probably. But it's fine. We're doing all right. I think it looks okay, to be honest, as well. Do we have access to bike parking? We do. So we need to implement some bike parking as well. We also just need to actually add some more. That's just not necessary. I don't know why that would affect them so deeply. Pass. Come on. That's the one that we want. So yeah, there's no way that's going to affect what it was affecting. That was ridiculous. And now is this all messed up? Why? No. Oh, that's even the wrong ones anyway. That. There we go. Because we actually wanted to put another little bike path. Oh, I think that's probably our best bet, just like that. And then in this section here, I mean, it would be good if we had it here and then ran it all the way across. Yeah, it doesn't really need to go into there, to be honest. I missed the zone color changer mod because you can't see what you're doing in vanilla with all these cells everywhere. But these bike lanes will certainly help us out a little bit. And we just need to add in a bit of bike parking as well. Otherwise, nobody's actually going to use their bikes. So let's just think about how we're going to do that. Underground biking hall. Quite big. That's definitely the biggest one, isn't it? Large bike shelter. That's a good little spot right on the end there. That again is quite a nice little spot if we manage to hook that onto here. And then we just add in a couple of more smaller ones knocking about here. I'm hoping we can make money from these bikes. That would be really helpful if we could. Like that. And then we need probably one over here somewhere. Maybe right next to the car park. We are going to pump these fees up as well, so that hopefully we make some cash dollar bills, from people that want to buy it. What's that? Side entrance. Oh, okay. Yeah, why not? Oh, maybe not actually. That's a bit ridiculous. That'll do though. Give us some cash. And where was the other one? That one. Imagine paying $50 to park your bicycle. I would certainly be very unhappy if I had to pay that much money to park my bicycle. I assume we can't charge anybody for these. I'm a ruthless dictator. No, we can't at the moment. I think we might actually change this zone to medium residential, so that it all kind of looks fitting. And I'm tempted to actually potentially row this off as well. Just like that. Fantastic. Good. So what we're after quite a lot of low density, which is not really that surprising, to be honest. I'm just kind of eyeing up where we should build low density next. Just kind of bearing in mind where this pollution is kind of going. We are making a decent chunk of cash. Nobody's paying for our biking just yet, though, which is very sad. Makes me upset. School-wise, let's think about what we're going to do for our school. That's a decent sort of spot. 400. That's got 1,000 capacity. Trying to think what the best. I mean, I think a city high school would potentially fit here. So let's go with a high school. And let's go with a elementary, which will probably go with an urban one like that. I think that's fine. Now we're out of power, of course. Do we need some more? Will that help? Hopefully. The reason that we're not getting any parking fees is because everybody's just parking on the roads, which is not really what I wanted to happen. So you will all lose your street side parking and you will now pay me to park. Hopefully. I'm going to add a bike lane all the way to this bike stop just there. In a kind of hope that people will bike and pay. We've got a little bit more demand here. I am just going to go all out. Oh my gosh, they really want to move in. Welcome. Hello. Blimey. Grab that in there. Fantastic. And then basically just quite a good chunk of residential demand is what we're after now. So what I might do is, let me think about this. If these went out straight, what would it end up looking like? Because we don't want that to unless we do want that to just hook up to there. That'll probably be fine, and then we'll draw that across and hope that we get a little bit more zoning through there. And we could potentially consider, in this larger sort of gap, we need, or would we prefer to have a police station here where it's a little bit more central? What's that? That's a basic police station. House staff facilities, 6 patrol cars, 10. I think we'll go with a small one. We'll pop you on the corner there. And we'll have... That's annoying. Maybe the community fire station could go just on the edge there, so it's got access to the main roads. So if we get an industrial fire, it can just shoot that way and up, and then that way and up, hopefully. Did we unlock some more roundabouts? We certainly did. There we go, fantastic. And we are looking to build... we need a bit of everything, really. So let's go with a little bit of this here. Just like that. And then what we're going to do, I'm just going to have a very small, that's low rent housing. I don't really want to put low rent housing this close to quite a nice sort of area. So what we'll do is we'll probably... Which way are you going to face? You're going to face the left. Okay. No, it's not. He's facing the front. Unhelpful. Extremely unhelpful. Right, so if you're going to face the front, and you can go there. Just like that. That's a very bizarre way of something happening. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. More low density homes for our demand bar to fill. There we go. And then you're going that way. 3 are there, 3 are there, 2 are there, 2 are there, 2 are there. 3, 2, 3. Do what you want here, do what you want there, do what you want there, and get rid of you. Our population is growing, isn't it? Good. I think this is actually my first city that I've played, like, just normally how the game is built, how you should play it. Not gonna lie, I've not really played sort of any just normal, to be honest. I might just add a cluster of... No, we don't want offices there. No, no, no. Just add a few more of these through here. Don't know why they're not building here though. What's the problem, Dark? Oh, now they want to build. Holy moly. That was rude. I don't know what to do here. I quite like a little park or something. Or what else do we actually need? I mean, a park would be quite nice. Just need to find one that actually fits. Or maybe even Dockyard Lounge. They're all small parks, aren't they? So that's not the right sort of size. Park Cafe. Chirper Park, small park. None of them are really that exciting. I mean, the Colour Plaza would be good. Maybe we'll add the Colour Plaza. And then add this here. And I don't know how this is going to work because it's vanilla with no mods, but we might be... Okay. That doesn't play ball. But this can be kind of a small park area for us. Oh, it doesn't like that section, does it? Which is a little bit annoying. Really doesn't like that. That can link up to here, go through there. A nice little pathway that connects to here and down. That will link up to there. That will continue up to here. And that will go up there. And we'll see if we can fit any other small little things within here, potentially. One of those and one of those. I don't like of these surfaces. Oh, and I don't even have the better bulldozer. No! Oh, man. This game. I wonder if we can just... Invalid shape, he says. Can I not just destroy it completely by making it really inconveniently shaped? Because that usually happens in the actual game. Is there any way of destroying these? Can somebody tell me in chat? Is there any way of just destroying the surfaces? So I could do it in the normal game, just not here, clearly, as you can see. If you can't beat them, join them, I guess. This is the hard thing about going from mods to unmodded. You don't appreciate how much of a difference or how much the game has changed from the mods and how used to it you get. No, damn it, so close. Why are you like this? Maybe we'll encourage a fresh pathway connection through there to make it look a little bit more normal. Like that. Like that. Can we add grass to vanilla? Not without it going crazy. Oh, I don't know about this. Right click, no. I'm right clicking on that. I mean, it just seems to not. So if I do that and right click it, it just takes it back to its original placement as such. So maybe we can't. Man, I need my mods back, I tell you that much. Right, should we try and fit a few trees in our new park? I think that would be a wise thing to do. There. There we go. And then we can fit hopefully one more just in that corner. I might just put a few covering off that surface a little bit as well. That would just be a small little park area for all of our very happy and cheerful residents. Good. I mean, we do need a lot of trees everywhere, but we can't actually make them too dense due to the restrictions without anarchy, which is a shame. Like there. A couple in here. We're still making money somehow. How much are we making? We're making plus 303, which is cool. Still nobody parking. Okay. And obviously the tax man is collecting us some decent dough. Good. And then what I might do is try and break away from that grid by bringing up, kind of going up that way a little bit. Might look a little bit strange to begin with, but hopefully by doing so it'll allow us a little bit more flexibility with where our grid goes, although the zoning is completely wrecked, which is going to probably be a bit of a problem. So yeah, we're going to have to try and think about how we're going to do that actually. Because look how wrecked this zoning is. Man, that ain't right. That ain't right. Let's bring this out. Just to about there. I'm going to have you link up at that dodgy junction end. And it would be nice if we could get the zoning somewhat right here. But it always, without fail, the grid just dies. Which is so annoying. I'm wondering if we're better off having this road from there run horizontally, as you can see. And then just having a couple of connections. I mean, that's just going to be a bit skew, isn't it? It's not pretty, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Yeah, it's just one of those, really. We need to kind of think about how we're going to sort out this area. Uh, maybe with a few offices, because there is a bit of an office demand appearing. So I wonder if we potentially officed out at least those two clusters there, added in a bit of commercial. I don't know why it doesn't like that section. A bit of commercial here, a bit of residential there. We've got loads of unlocks. So we've got university, park maintenance, big parks, sport parks. That sounds great. Large sports parks and tourist attractions. I like those sort of things, so I'm just going to unlock them straight away. Now, this looks like it should have a connection here. A weird sort of junction, but I think something that would benefit from there. And then we need to start working on how we're going to try and piece together this area as well. Because we could keep it going that way. But I think that's just going to make it a little bit too difficult for our kind of grid that we're going on. It's going to reduce a lot of the zoning. If we manage to pull this road from here, that looks like the perfect size for us to not completely mess up our zones. And if we pick the center of these and just bring them up, like that. I mean, it's not quite right, but it's better than it was. And then, no, I don't like it. I think it's ugly. I think it's ugly. We're getting plenty of medium density houses coming in. It just seems like they're all commercial, aren't they? I wonder if we actually... They all look really ugly, so I might just get rid of them. Have that same sort of layout. Add a strip of commercial in this section here. And then we can fill in the gaps with a few trees. Just like this. Hopefully some trees will appear somewhere. It just doesn't seem like any trees want to go down with the current state of what we're doing. Okay, you can get a few in there. At least there's a few of them going down here and there. Okay. Good. Good. I know that we're not making masses of money, but I'm wondering if we just maybe poke the tax a little bit up, just to see if we could potentially grab a little bit more money. Not saying that I'm greedy, but we're going to start needing quite a bit of cash, aren't we? I'm trying to think where I want to put low rent housing as well. Do. There we go. And plonk a little bit more of this in there. Good. And let's start thinking about how we're gonna make this road a little bit better. So that can come out here. That will make that the appropriate zone size here. So we're probably going to have to grid it downwards to get the maximum use of our space. So something like that. Something like that. We'll end it there just for the time being, and we'll hook that up. Same sort of road layout down here. Fantastic. Why are you weird? Is there a reason? Don't know why that's happening, not gonna lie. That seems pretty tidy down here. I might just add a couple of connections like that. And then we want you to probably meet there. Potentially have that connection there as well, which starts to fill in that space a little bit better. We did zone commercial here, didn't we? There's a few buildings that are building, but just not quite what we want. But we've got the demand for it. It's just not building. Are these waterfront? Is that why? I think that was probably why, because they were waterfront houses. Yes, that makes perfect sense. No problem at all. Fantastic. Right, we are coming. Oh, I didn't realise the amount of congestion problems that we. Oh my golly gosh. Oh dear. Whoever designed this interchange, I'm not sure if it's that efficient. Doesn't look like the finest thing ever, to be honest. That is a bit of traffic chaos. I think our little town is coming along a little bit. It's definitely nothing compared to what we play with mods. Like if you compare it to Starfish Point, it's a little bit meh, to be honest. But that's not the point. We are doing this modded, and we'll continue this modded series, unmodded series. Sorry, every time our game breaks from a game update. Doesn't like that, does it? Why not? The angle? Probably. Oh, it didn't actually do any of that then. Cycle safety. I want this to somewhat be a little bit of a green city. I want to make use of the bicycles. And I want people to want to bike and want to feel safe while biking. Although they are really annoying when they're on the road, which is why we need to put bike lanes. Bike lanes everywhere. There we go. Hopefully if we encourage all of these people to bike, then they'll use all of our bike parking and give us loads of money. Money, money, money. It was never really about safety, it's about money. Money makes the world go round, I'll tell you that much. I'm upset that this doesn't hook up properly. Maybe that works. Fantastic. Cycle City, Cycle City. Everybody come and cycle in my city. It's annoying that you can't have bike lanes by default. Like if you wanted tree-lined roads, you could just tick the tree-lined roads and then build it. Oh, maybe you can't because it's vanilla. Oh dear. You know, playing for modded for so long actually makes me forget what's part of the game and what's not, which is really sad, isn't it? But I think it's the truth. It is what it is. Anybody using this? Oh, there are a few people using it. Anybody parking? Nope, of course not. Why would they? We need to make this bike safe as well, and also prevent people from parking on the roads. So there's a bit of both. There's a bit of safe biking and stop people parking the road so that they're forced to park in my $50 a day parking. And if you want to cycle all the way to the windmills, you can. Now, hopefully, people have no choice other than to start doing what I want them to do. We could probably do with another little bit of bike parking around this area. Probably in the park area would be. We'll make. Oh, that's quite a nice little spot for it there. And probably another little one there. Parking fee, of course, $50. Give me the money. Show me the money. Right, I want to see people cycling. Where are all the bikers at? Come on, bruh. Get your bikes out. This is ridiculous, look. Look at them all. They just refuse to park anywhere else. What a disaster. Sorry, chaps. It ain't happening. It's not happening. We need a city name for this city. Does anybody have any ideas of what we can call this city? We should probably change our power as well to something more useful, such as a coal power plant. Hopefully that will produce much more. And we want to hook you up to the outside world so that we can export any sort of anything. There we go. Fantastic. Good. 100% usage. All the employees. Wow. Oh yeah, whacked that in straight away, didn't he? Crikey Mikey. Crikey Mikey. So let's think about what we're going to do here then. Obviously we've got a few clusters of bigger buildings. We've unlocked a few more stuff here as well. So let's just go through. Underground parking building, water treatment, big hospital. Yeah, we'll have that. Schools wise, we'll take a uni. That would be great. Large fire station. That would be spot on, chap. Thank you very much. Police HQ sounds great. Yeah, welfare office as well. That'll do. That's a bit too spenny. Post sorting facility, that'll probably do as well. Excellent. Good. Right, so we need to just finish off this little portion here, which just thinking we could probably reduce that back down to lower density as well, because that will all be lower density too. I think that'll probably be a decent shout, to be fair. So maybe if we just go with row housing for this portion. Just like that. And then a few more of these here. Just like that. Hopefully that will fill out nicely. That gap here doesn't want to be built on, and I don't know why. Not sure. Those of you that are watching, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you watching. Although you're not in the chat, I appreciate that you're here. That is very nice of you. It makes me feel like when I see that there are people watching, it makes me feel a little bit less like I'm just talking to myself the whole time. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Oh, it's going to autumn now. Oh, look how cash is going up as well. That's fantastic. Exported energy, electricity, we're doing pretty well there as well, which is great to see. I'm wondering if we hop onto the old water game and start exporting a bit of water, because I think we've got a decent few. I mean, that's a groundwater pumping station. We got anything else? Advanced water pumping station. It'll be good to unlock that. But I'm just thinking if we... So that's not going to produce anything. That will produce quite a lot. Maybe we'll hold off on that thought for the time being. Because we're just exporting all of that. Importing and exporting all of that stuff at the moment. Yeah, okay. So we kind of just need to keep building our town up. I'm surprised we haven't unlocked any. We need to do it in Great Town to unlock a little bit more. So maybe we'll have a couple more of those. I think that probably seems like the best sort of area here. And a mixed housing. Urban promenades, not really. I'm going to pass on that one. I don't think that'll look too fantastic if you ask me. But we could put a few of these mixed here. And then a few more of that sort of size. What are we looking at here? Yeah, so people want high density. We haven't unlocked high density, but I don't know if that's hinting at the low rent housing, which I don't want to put down, to be brutally honest with you. We should really put down a college, which would fit somewhere quite nicely here. Just in that little section there. What do you look like? Modern Community College. Fantastic. And high school, how you doing? Oh, you're full up. So we should probably extend you out, give you a little bit more capacity. Add a little bit of that to make you a little bit nicer. Elementary, yeah, we're doing all right. Just there. And our police station coverage is doing okay. Good. Good. What do we want here then? Do we just want some normal low density to squeeze just in those gaps there? I think that's probably okay. I'm going to have to wait until these are built to see how they look, because it might be the case that I have to destroy them and manually build them up myself, just due to the way that they kind of look. But we'll grab a couple of those in there, hopefully. We're nearly at 5,000 residents, which is good. Still making some cash, which is also great. We've got traffic problems again at this junction, which is just not a good design, I'll be honest. It's just rubbish, that design. We can't do anything until we get a few more milestones in, though. That's the problem. So we're kind of just hovering and hoping that it will work itself out. We could do with... that could go there. Fabulous. And I think this area could benefit from a park. What kind of park could we put in here? I'd like something that would fit the whole sort of cell length. I mean, that kind of fits the theme a bit. Can we fit 2 of those in? Oh, I mean, that goes all the way across, which is quite nice. What if we had that? Come on, man, work with me. Work with me, son. I know you've just built there, however, I want to put park down. It's quite nice, isn't it? I think that's quite nice. That's relatively pleasant. Not sure about this housing area. I think we can do better. So annoyingly, we're going to be eating you up, getting rid of you, and we'll place those down ourselves. So where are you going to go? So you're that side. I think it'd just be easier if I just do this. Or does it not want to play ball? I don't think it wants to play ball. Clearly not. How strange. How bizarre. That one's clearly upset because that doesn't like to do some things. Just have various sort of sizes going on. There we go. A few larger sized houses on this side would be great. A couple tours. Maybe a big old double house there. And then with this portion here, that's not building, so we're going to change that to row housing, hopefully. Maybe we don't have any demand for that, though. That's the problem. What population do we get the next one? We need to get all the way to this one to get high density, which is a bit of a shame. I don't really want any low rent housing. I think we're going to have to get some. I think we're just going to have to put some in because look, they are very much wanting it. Maybe I'll just kind of cordon it off like that. and then get rid of that. Oh my golly gosh. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Look at the traffic problem. Ah, my gosh, it's because there's traffic lights. Who put a crossing here? Who's walking here? Why are you walking? Why are you turning around? I'm confused. I'm very confused. So this space here is not being used, so I think we should use it for something. Maybe a post office could fit here. It will be at the sacrifice of... Oh, no. What if we... It will go in, won't it? Without taking out the buildings to the left of it. Just like that. And then hopefully somebody will move back into there. And where are our mailboxes? That'll be good. Put a few mailboxes around here. Maybe one just in there would be grand as well. And one just in there. Hopefully that'll start sorting itself out. And radio mast coverage. Is there any way that I can transmit further? Because obviously that's great up here at a great height, but it doesn't cover very much, does it? Well, I mean, that covers quite a bit. It's just... I think it's to do with the height, isn't it? Oh, Boomtown. What have we unlocked? So we need to unlock highways and intersections. That's the main thing. Water-wise, yeah. We've only got 4 left, which is a little bit annoying. I don't know what to go for. So we're never going to be able to get that anyway, for the time being. Maybe we'll just go with a telecom and see if that makes much more of a difference. Oh, look at that. Splendid. Spot on, Jeff. We might have that. Where do we want that? So that's not even high up, but it covers so much more over in this section, which is very strange. I think it would kind of fit the theme better if it just was over here. What are you overlapping? Just whack that in there. Everybody should be extremely happy with us, which they are. Fantastic. And we've got no electric. Wow. Oh, that lasted long. No upgrades possible, which is a tragic shame. And of course, we did not use our points to unlock the appropriate thing. So maybe we just gotta pump it back up with a couple of these again, which should tick us over relatively nicely, which is fine. Good. It looks like they actually want a bit more industry as well, so we're gonna add that in. I'm gonna hook it up about here. And we'll bring that down just there. Bring that across. We'll probably bring that one across just like that. You can tell that there's a bit of an incline here, can't you? Which is a little bit annoying. But we'll fill in as much space as we can, just like that, and hopefully that will help with our industry demand. Don't want anybody parking where they shouldn't be. Is anybody using... Oh, this is getting used now. Oh, look at that. Spot on, son. Looks like we need some more parking. How many cars can you fit? They don't say, do they? Overground parking. How many spaces? 160. 50 quid a time. Yeah, might give us a bit of cash. Who knows? It's possible. I might just close that off a little bit. Just like that. And then put that across here, and we might actually just use this as another portion of industry. Right, we need to do something about this junction. It's not playing ball at the moment. Have we got anything that we could... That's way too big. That's not good enough. This could work. Let's just have a... Wait, no. That is that. That is literally that. So maybe some an alternative entrance would be a benefit to us. Maybe a small trumpet that just hooks possibly into the back of one of these slots here. Or alternatively down here would be quite a decent little spot for an entrance. Decisions, he says. Yeah, I'm not sure. We need a little bit more medium row housing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about this entrance. Maybe we should just have one that goes here and then hooks up down there. I think that's probably our better bet. So just having a small trumpet that kind of slots just in there. Kind of right tucked into that sort of area there. So let's try that. Ooh. Is that enough space for you, sir? I mean, that hooks up perfectly there. I would quite like it to be a little bit more flush, but I think that's gonna... Yes. I'm just talking without saying anything, aren't I? I'm aware. Not quite right. Not quite right. And we'll try and fit you in here. Perfect. Perfecto. And we'll bring you back together. And then we need to create a nice little connection. Just to here. And somehow link that up without it going too crazy. What will be the best course of action here? I mean, it's just a rubbish sort of connection. I wonder if it's just a little bit too close for us. If we draw that out from here, like that, and then draw that out like that. I mean, she's not the prettiest of them all, but it works, is all I will say. And we can very much immediately get rid of that traffic light. Holy moly. But that's definitely allowing a lot more through, isn't it? Way more. I don't know if it's worth us just bringing that same connection across here. Just like that. You lot can stop parking on there, I can tell you that much. We need to go through and axe all of these traffic lights, completely unnecessary. Well, I mean, it's necessary for road safety, but that's not the point. Get rid of that. Oh, you slimy people have slipped on there, haven't you? Sneaky beaky. And now we've got the world's biggest traffic problems here too, which is fantastic. Just what you like to see. Ah, what's going on now? Right, so we've got a few issues here with our power, to put it bluntly. I think we're just going to have to face the music and double up until we can unlock these further, stronger power stations. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to double up for the time being, and hopefully we will be able to manage this a little bit better. So let's get rid of those two, save a bit of cash, and just kind of pray that these two could just manage for the time being. But it is traffic mayhem, absolute mayhem everywhere. Right, so we need more residential, a lot more residential. And what I'm probably going to do is we're going to have this as the buffer between the industrial, and we're going to start whacking out quite a decent bit of row housing within this central portion here. So we're going to link those up, and we're going to start off with a few horizontal connections like this, and just start to throw in. That's not nice. We don't really want all of these junctions here either, do we? So what if we utilize that, then have that linked up there, that linked up there, that there. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. But it will do for a few bits of row housing. Get rid of all of these people that are trying to park on our roads instead of our really expensive... Oh my gosh, look, that's full up already. Bruh. That's not saying something about the need for parking, then I don't know what is. What is a massive bit of parking that we can do? So we've got a multi-level parking garage. Is there any way to see how big, how much these can store? Because it doesn't show me here. A very large parking lot could potentially help with our troubles. I would quite like one that's going to fit pretty flush in there, but I don't think we're going to have much luck. Maybe we're just going to have to go for a pretty big park in here. So if that goes there, that can also fit in there. It's going to cause absolute chaos in this section of road. We almost need this to be a dual carriageway as well, but yeah, not sure if that's going to play ball. But nevertheless, what we were doing was that was medium density, and then we wanted all of this to be row houses within this section here. So that's what we're going to do. It'll fill up at some point, probably not immediately. We don't really want housing along the main dual carriageway though, do we? No is the answer. I think we'll add another road connection here just to as a bit of relief. We'll add a medium-sized roundabout just in there. I don't think we're going to be able to add a roundabout there, no. People are using that though. Oh, autosave. Fantastic. And how's the biking journey going? Only 230 people apart. Rather disappointing. Oh, look at that. We're making dollar bills. Well, how are we making so much money? So, tax is a big one. Education fees is another big one. Exporting electricity. What's taking our money from us? Imported water and sewage, which isn't actually too much of a drama at all, really. No problem there. So we've got quite the demand for low density residential, which we kind of haven't really touched on for a kind of short while. So I'm thinking whether we expand this out that sort of way and see if we can add just a little bit more like that. And then a bit of crossover here, just like that. And then we don't really want that to go all the way up now, so we'll probably dead end it off about there. Problem is, if we go too far, it's going to be in the firing line for the pollution, the air pollution, which is not what we want. Okay, just a little bit more. Put that in there. Fantastic. We might as well bring that down as well, just through here. Nice and American. Just grid everything. Grid it all. Grid it all. And then let's just start whacking some low density in. Where are you going to hook up to? You're going to hook up to that side. Like that. Where are you going to go? You're facing outwards. Of course you would. Why would you? Be difficult. And just zone in plenty of housing around here. That's definitely facing that way, so we'll do that. There we go. Two. Good. A little bit more in here. And then a little bit more in there. Perfect. I think we'll benefit more from having... Oh, wobble, wobble. And then we need to do all of these. Fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic. Good, right. Just add a little bit of variation to some of these if we can. Perfect, and just a few more, and hopefully we should be all good for our low density residential demand for the time being. Da, da, da. Good. We'll do this one as well. Boom. Let's just start allowing a few more people into our city to live. So there is a fire. I think that's the first fire that we've seen. And we've only got a very small community fire station here. I think they've... Oh no, they haven't put it out yet. How long is it going to take for them to respond to said fire, do we think? There we are, on the scene. Put it out, son. Put it out. There we go. Fantastic. Good. We need to sprinkle a few more trees around the area. Because at the moment it's still looking a bit bare. It's still autumn, as you can see by the beautiful autumn trees. But we'll sprinkle these around here. And probably along this highway as well, just to make it look a little bit nicer around this sort of area. And some down there. What kind of trees are? Maybe a few apple trees would be quite cute to add. And then maybe a few London planes just to add a little bit more variation. Lindens are always reliable. Good, 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 and good. And then the whole place is just gridlocked, as you can see. Oh dear. What is going on? What is going on? It's very concretey, isn't it, this place? Very concretey. I'm tempted to try. Can we do oil? Yeah, we can. Oh, this is full of oil. I think we should start doing some disgusting drilling. I think we should. Maybe, yeah, up here would be cool. It'd be quite cool to add a few kind of oil sort of areas up here. So, yeah, cool. That's a good idea. Let's do that. So what we'll do is we'll add a few, kind of like a dirt road. And these will be like oil fields, which I think would look quite cool. Obviously, we've got the terrain to somewhat try to manage. And yeah, we could definitely fit a few in here. So that actually covers quite a substantial amount. So let's just try to encourage this to use as much as it can. I assume it can't cross roads. No, of course it can't. And we'll have these use basically everything that it possibly can. I don't know what the surface textures are like for oil. I haven't actually messed around with oil at all. So it might look pretty horrendous, but we'll see. Do I want that down anymore? Should we just call it day there? Maybe we should bring it all the way out. Because we want to maximize its use, don't we? That'll probably do, I think. Huh. Looks pretty ugly. Does look pretty ugly, fair play. Ugly duckling. Oh, it actually fences it all off though, which is quite cool. So let's just add another one in just here. And we'll do the same, essentially. Because these are going to be our oil fields. And hopefully we can become very rich from oil. I don't know what the profits are like, but if it's judging by the Middle East at all, they're pretty wealthy from oil. It certainly does well for them. So let's just kind of pray that we could do the same thing. If we can make loads of money, then we're going to have great fun. So I can not worry about the budget and just kind of build a city which potentially looks quite nice instead of ugly, maybe. We'll do that. And then bring that back along our dirt road. This is going to be another quite sizable oil field. Oh, not snow. Come on. No, are you serious? I was not expecting to have snow become a thing. We're probably going to need one of these, aren't we? Yeah, I think we are. That's quite a good little spot for a road depot. And we'll add extra garages as well. Hopefully that can get out and start helping us out a bit. Oh, look at all the oil. Nice. So what do you do then? So you're getting loads of crude oil. Is there anything that we need to put down after this? Or will it just kind of do its own thing and hopefully make us rich without me thinking about it? But is there like extra buildings that we could potentially put down? I'm not sure. But I am going to make use of this area as well. While we're here, we might as well harvest all of the oil we possibly can. Because we're greedy goblins. We want it all. Go all the way down to here. Like that. I wonder if we can actually just really do a proper job of this and just take in all of this area. Oh, I think we can. I think we can turn this into one massive oil field. which will be fantastic. I thought it was going to not let me do that for a second. Let me in. There we go. And we should be home. There we go. Cool. Show me the money, son. Show me the money. That doesn't want to go in there. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Oil, oil, oil. So what are you doing then? You're making a little bit of money. Companies produce goods and services, both material and immaterial. Raw source can be produced locally, blah, blah, blah. They're either sold locally or exported. So it should just automatically give me some cash, I hope. That would be very good if it did do such a thing. I can tell you that much. I'd be very grateful. Does it show in anywhere? So tax, we're making loads of money. It doesn't say much. So we're producing quite a lot. And they are doing certain things with it. Okay. I'm not going to say that I understand because to be honest, I don't usually play with cash on. Is there any way we can skip this snow? I don't think you can skip through it, can we? But what can we unlock is the question. What can we unlock? Oh yeah, so power. We are in dire need of power. We've got 5 left after this. I'm trying to think what we could benefit from. I mean, obviously transport would be fantastic. So we might as well start kind of working our way towards subways, I think. It's probably a safe bet for us. Is there anything good for 2? Technical university, incinerator plant, water treatment. Yeah, we might as well just add the extra step towards here. Or what does it say on achievements? What have I not done? Ah, you need to do offshore to get the oil. Oh man, I was hoping that this would get my last achievement. Have we got any offshore oil? Well, we do. So how does offshore oil work then? Well, it looks like we're never going to find out because we can't get into it. Is it part of this or is it part of the industries? Offshore oil, progression node, water. Okay, so where do we need to go from that then? Progression node, water. This is water, unless it's... yeah. It'll be that. That's what we need to do. We should have just unlocked it. Silly me. My own fault. It is what it is. Good. Right. What services are we lacking is a question. Why do you need an ambulance? What have you done? Oh my goodness. Crikey. These people are chaotic. You can't leave them alone for more than 3 seconds. I can tell you that much. That's working out pretty nicely other than that junction there. Traffic is horrendous as expected. We've barely got enough electricity. Water we don't care about at the moment. Healthcare is actually all right, surprisingly. Garbage is fine. Fire is fine. Police, to be honest, is fine. Administration, we could do with a welfare office somewhere. Citizen Service Centre or a welfare office. I think a welfare office is quite a nice thing to have. So maybe we'll go with that. That seems like it will fit in here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just on this corner. And hopefully now everybody feels really happy. That'll be good, wouldn't it? Happy people. Education-wise, we need more high school capacity and probably more elementary. So we might have to add a small elementary school on this corner. And then we need a very small high school. Maybe a modern high school that could slip just in there. Sounds about right. And then what we'll do is we'll bring this road out and see if we could hook it up to there. I hope nobody's cycling in this weather. It's going to be very dangerous. Very dangerous indeed. And we'll fill in those gaps. And we'll just add a small cluster of offices there in case anybody wants them. Hopefully winter will be over soon, because I'm not a fan of the snow, although it adds a nice sort of effect. I'm not the biggest fan. There's a lot of people walking around. Do people not have bicycles? That's quite a nice angle. Very nice. Our park. Everybody enjoying themselves, feeling refreshed? I'm sure they do. This traffic is just mayhem. It probably would make sense to try and resolve it with a little bit of public transport, potentially. But is it really gonna... Why is it backing up so much here? It's because of the lane, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's flowing now. I think maybe it was just the mad rush of people moving in. Right, let's make this nice and commercial, because everybody wants to move in commercially now, it seems. And we're going to have to build a bigger power station. So gas, power plant, 250. Wow, wow, that's a big old boy, you know. Ground pollution, there's coal power plant, which is huge. Wow, look at the size of this beast. Stay dense, you'll get frimponged, he says. Where can we fit this gas power plant? It looks like the only sort of place reasonable would be here. I mean, I don't really want it anywhere too crazy, so I think maybe just having it at this angle, just there, and then hooking up a nice road connection, and just like that. And hopefully he's going to get a bit gassed up and make us some money. And that can just hook up to there. And I would like to think that's going to be producing absolutely loads. Yeah, we're going crazy now. So let's get rid of this. We probably... I mean, we can get rid of this one as well. And just use that as our main one. Oops. Come on. Be friends. Oh, come on. Grow up. Why aren't you... there we go. There we go. Thank you. We're all friends again now. Perfect. So you are doing God's work over here. Storage extension. Meh. That could be help. Reduces air pollution would probably be good. Advanced furnace would also be good. Service upkeeps. It's going crazy. We're making loads of money from exporting electricity though, which is very good to see. Very good to see indeed. Looking good so far. Thank you so much, Mango Slade. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. First person that's talked to me in a very long time, so I appreciate you having a chat with me, man. I appreciate that. I don't suppose anybody at all knows how I can skip through this snowy part, because I don't really like the snow that much. I guess that probably there isn't a way without mods. You're watching the whole time from the beginning, and you've only just come in the chat. Come on, bro, you're better than that. Oh yeah, nobody's been talking to me for ages, and I'm just like, oh, is anybody even here? I appreciate you watching from the beginning, though. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Oh, nice. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for being subscribed for a while. That's very kind. What are we going to do here? I think we can just fill in these with a few more industrial buildings. Like that. There we go. I'll fill in a few gaps now. High resource costs. Consider reducing taxes, improving traffic routes, or increasing local resource production. What do you need? Oh, you're a bit of a metals man, are you? Okay. Well, I'm not producing any ore for you, so you're just going to have to suffer. It's just you. Nobody else, just you. You're angry. Is what it is. Grow up. Hello from France. Ah, hello, France. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Nebman. Da, da. I don't really know any more French, so I hope you enjoyed that, Satcha. That was probably the most of my ability that I could really, really say. I would love to have said more. However, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'll tell you that for free. Why don't we have any commercial demand or office demand? I want to kind of clear this gap. That was good. Yeah, sure. Oh, I didn't know you could add additional levels to these. How have I never known that? Might as well upgrade that as well. Good. Shall I potentially look at adding some basic buses, a basic bus route, and kind of see what happens? I'm not going to say we don't need it, but we probably do need it because of how much traffic we've got going on. So buses are the only kind of thing that we can do. Yeah. So bus depot we could add in... where do you want to go? Here? Just too small. I love the content. Content continues. Love you. Content loves me. I'm confused. My brain can't cope. I've had a long day. I'm thinking of where we should put our little bus station. It's not a bus station. It is, in fact, a bus depot. I would love it if that fit in there. But it doesn't. And there's a little bit too... Oh, maybe we'll just hook it up here because it's next to our road depot and it kind of fits the theme here, doesn't it? Snowy buses. Snowy buses. Okay. We don't want to go too crazy with the old buses. We just want it to be nice and simple. Get rid of that, I can tell you that much. Right, so... Just trying to think. Think. Buses. What if we just had a bus route that goes here, like this, through here, into here, and then one that goes kind of round this back road or the main road to here? I don't know if we need like a local bus route through here. I don't know what the range is. That's the problem. I don't know how far it actually hooks up for. And why are they so long? What the hell? How long the bus stops are. It just annihilates the entire like cycle path. How annoying. Why are you so large, sir? I mean, that's a reasonable size one, I think. We'll start off down here, I think. Do we need to put it on both sides as well? So they don't become one, do they? I'm just kind of keeping an eye on how many people raise stars, which can give me kind of a gauge of how much coverage this actually has. And then maybe... I mean, that could just be a very simple up and downer, and then we could have another very simple one that goes here, 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 like that, and then you can go into the depth here. Hopefully that should cover that bit. I'm just wondering if it stretches out or it will cover all of this or not, because I know in some games it kind of tells you how much kind of coverage you have. And we want it to stop on the way back as well. Oh, maybe we should have just... There we go. I mean, that's one. Oh, are we changing years? Not years, seasons. Oh, I don't know why you'd want to go all the way around there. My personal preference would not to do that, but it just is what it is. I don't know why you'd do that either. Spin at the junction, son. I'm just going to do that to make them spin at the junction. Can somebody tell me whether we think that is enough bus routes, or are we going to need like a little local one that goes kind of between? Don't worry about it. We'll just add a little local ring road bus service. It kind of goes through the centre of town, just to make sure that all of our lovely residents get maximum coverage. That should be enough. So let's grab you. You go here. Down into there. Down into there. You can... yes. I want to use that as kind of a switch stop to give them the opportunity to switch bus routes. I mean, as that's a circular line, we didn't really need a bus stop on each side, did we? Now that we reflect on what we've done. Probably wasn't necessary. However, done it now. And we might as well add in a taxi depot as well, so that all of the friendly people can get some cabs. We'll add a small one, but we'll upgrade it like that. Oh, crime! No, stop it! Stop with the crime. Now we need to add a few taxi stands just around town. Nothing too crazy, just a few various points for people to call a cab, wait for a cab, all of that good stuff. There we go. I think that's enough. Maybe one in here. And maybe one there. Right at the end there. That should probably do it. Good. I'm hoping that these buses will reduce some of the congestion that we have got, because we have a lot of congestion. This one is flowing absolutely fine now. It's just that bit up there. Right, service trade, that's electricity. We're making loads of money from our parking fees now, which is fantastic. Production, we're producing plenty of oil. We're getting a lot of crime up here, so we might just have to add like a little police station office just on the corner up here. Just to hopefully allow for a nicer sort of response up this end. Good. And then why are you... Oh, don't tell me I put a bus stop here. Blimmin' bus stop, to tell you. Whose idea was that? Someone's getting fired. Someone is getting fired, and it's certainly not me, because I would never do that. Never. Ugh. Disgusting. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to add some higher density residential, or not higher density, just medium, because we've got some medium requests. So we'll add that in here. And then we'll add in a little bit of commercial as a buffer here. They're not going to build straight away, but it will just be helpful to have a bit of a buffer. And to be honest with you, we probably could just do that. Hopefully that should be a big enough buffer for the rest of it. It is absolute traffic mayhem in here. Absolute traffic mayhem. Anybody got any ideas on how to reduce this traffic chaos? I'm not quite sure at the moment. What's the pollution saying? So there's quite a lot of pollution. And it is pushing down here, so we can't really add any more residential down in this portion. What's that? The crematorium's creating pollution, fair enough. Ground pollution, yeah, as expected. Noise is what it is. Water pollution is fine. We probably could do with a hospital upgrade because we don't have a big hospital. Urban medical centre. I think we'll just go for a large hospital because we need one. So we might as well put it in while we've got the chance. Somewhere about here. We want a chopper as well, which is good. Fantastic. Oh, we're so close to the next milestone, and hopefully that will allow us to unlock offshore oil rigging. That'd be cool. Come on, winter. It's December. Oh, we're up. Good. Alright, unlock water. Bang. We want subways. Bang. Don't really care about air just yet. Maybe... Just trying to think what would probably benefit from the most. Don't even have enough for that anyway. I mean, we could just go for underground parking, to be honest. And we'll might as well just go here as well. Any other oneers? Doesn't look like it. So have we now unlocked offshore rigging? Yes. Come on. Get in. Right, we want to set up some awesome skills. And we want to make some big cash dollar bills. Now, how are we going to hook up the road? Probably here. And we're going to use that. And that's going to go straight out there. It's going to hook up the hill, funnily enough. And then around like this. And link up to the rest of the oil, just like that. Now, how do you work? I've not used these yet. So, oil hub up here. Okay, so then, oh my goodness. Wow, that's pretty big, isn't it? Wow, the size of that. I think we're actually going to have to be a bit smaller because that is massive. We'll just go with a... So that adds one. Narrow seaway. That's fantastic, but where is our oil? Oil pipe. Connects the compliant tower oil platforms. Oh, mate, I'm so out of my depth here. So that will only just about reach here. What does this do? Is this just a bigger version? I mean that seems like it can go anywhere, but that seems like it can't. So oil platform is specialized, blah blah blah. Processes crude oil that is found in the rock formations beneath the seabed, engineered for deeper waters. It is positioned farther from the shoreline, floating on a partially submerged pontoon. So it seems like this one can be put anywhere. Am I right or am I right? I'm just going to say that I hope I'm right. Don't really need to connect this to here, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then we want to link that up to there. That one can go straight down to make it a little bit quicker. And that one can hook straight into there. Okay. Create route. Okay. Create another route, maybe. I'm beyond my depth at the moment. So these are basically just smaller ones, aren't they? Oh, do they not require any sort of boats? So that's oil. Oh, okay. So that is just a direct connection that doesn't require boat routes. Hello from Greece. The traffic is because you're filling the entire grid together for houses. Let the game run for a while and make another entrance for the industrial. Nice job, by the way. Thank you very much. And hello, Greece. Beautiful place, Greece. Beautiful country. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you. Medium, large. Should we add a couple of these for storage? Oh, come on. Let me hook up down here, son. Don't be weird. Cool. Right. I don't really know what's going on with these, to be brutally honest with you. I think we can manage a few more. We want as much coming in as we can. So let's do this. I should have probably checked how much these cost per one. But if we go absolutely oil crazy, we might be in for a good time. Or a bad time, I don't really know. So that can go into there. That can go into there. And we want to add... I don't know if that's going to mess up if I do it that way. So I'm just going to bring it round like that. And although we've only got 2 platforms, I think the time distance between them will allow us enough oil transfers, because they're not going to be constantly in and constantly out if we've got a good distance going on, he says. Whoa. Are we getting loads? Oh my god, look at the profit. I think we're making some bucks, you know. I think we're making some bucks. Well, I hope that this becomes productive and gets us... maybe we've just... yeah. Congestion is occurring. Great. We'll just have to let that kind of run and see what happens. But we've got plenty of oil going in and out. So what are you lot moaning about? High resources, reducing tax. I don't really want to reduce tax. Is anybody using our buses, by the way? Oh, there are. There are quite a few people using it. That's good. At least it's not a complete waste of money. Good. I wish it said in this section somewhere how much money we are making from the oil. We're producing absolutely loads. Oh my gosh. This is chaos. Absolute chaos. I think we'll add another highway connection here just to bring them in on this end, possibly. And hopefully that might help a little bit, potentially. I'm not convinced though. I reckon it's just not going to help at all. I'm trying to think which one we want to use. I think the trumpet is probably the most efficient. We'll have it right on that corner. I'll hook it right onto here. And then redo that. Why is it not quite right? Why are you like this? I thought it was pretty straight. Clearly not. And then we want you to go all the way down. It's about there. We'll just pull it out from here and then reverse it. I think will be easier. Like that, and then try and grab a 4-lane highway. If it wants to do anything. No. Was it just that one? Like that. And just dump you right in the middle of there. And see if we can connect you up to here. Like that. Like that. Maybe that'll ease a bit of the traffic off for the time being. We don't really know unless we let it run for a bit, to be honest with you. But fingers crossed. I just want it to not be winter anymore. It's kind of... I don't really like winter. I just want some grass, to be honest. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're causing chaos. Oh, why are we losing money, though? Is it losing money because we've got so much... Oh, never mind. Suddenly rich. Storage is nearly full. Oh, it is full. We're going to have to store a lot. Alright, that should hopefully not get full at any point. Because that is so busy. And then have these upgraded? Why are these all level 1 as well? Don't really know. Is it just because we're not exporting it very efficiently? It's probably one of the main reasons. Interesting. How so very strange. Well, let's just have a little look, because as much as I am very much addicted to playing in vanilla now, I do need to go to sleep. I'm going to pick up a Christmas tree tomorrow, quite early in the morning, so I am going to have to probably end the stream relatively soon. I've got a couple busy days coming up, to be honest with you, so there won't be a video out for a few days. Hopefully by that time my game will have fixed and all the mods will be fixed, and I'm so excited to see all the new assets that are going to be released. But I think our city's done pretty well. For my first attempt at playing just vanilla with money enabled, I know it's on easy mode because I am a noob at normal City Skylines. I usually just paint cities, but I think this is not too bad for our first attempt. I know it's very gritty and very American, but it's done the job. So thank you for those that have watched. I appreciate that. Those of you that have liked the stream, I really appreciate that as well. Hopefully we'll continue this either soon or when the next update comes out and breaks the game. But once again, I appreciate your support. You're all legends. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.